What are some things that we can do to improve our training in our martial art dojo or training club? There are several positive, good things that we can do, or at least remember to refresh ourselves. The point of this video is not to press guilt or shame on anybody, but if you are watching this and you think that it might be about you, it isn't. I'm talking about things that I have made mistakes in and I've seen over the years and the decades from many people. But if it applies to you, wonderful. Take the advice and run with it. If it doesn't apply to you or you're not in the martial arts, it can still apply in other parts of our life with work or personal relationships. One of the main things I tell students to do is break up the days that you come in to train. Don't have a set schedule if you can help it. If you only come on Monday and Wednesday, what happens is you're missing Tuesday, Thursday, in some cases Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, depending on your schedule and your school class schedule. Break up those days. Instead of coming on a Monday, come on a Tuesday. Instead of coming on a Wednesday, show up on a Saturday. If you never come on a Saturday, you're missing so much. Come on a Saturday and skip a Wednesday once in a while. Don't skip your regular classes and just come to the quote-unquote funner classes like the weapons class or the black belt club. At the same time, don't always come to the regular classes and skip the classical Wednesday class, or skip when we do sparring on Saturday because it makes you nervous or scared to spar with somebody. All of these things can help us become better students and will make us feel more involved with the school itself. Another thing you can do is go into the depth of the martial art that you study. Our martial art has 9 lineages. It is impossible to know it all or even get really skilled at it all. There are too many techniques, too many philosophies. Study the weapons. We have about 12 to 15 different weapons that we study here at the dojo, and your martial art may have 5 or 6, might have none, I don't know. Study weaponry, earn your Kihon certifications. That's another good thing that you can do. Earn your Shoden, your Chuden certifications. Try to become one day a teacher of that weapon, an expert that you can pass on to the next generation. That is another way to supplement your training down another branch of the tree to become more personalized with your martial art. Many times in many schools, almost all, as people go up in rank, they tend to get lazier. Not always, but there is a huge issue with that. The darker the belt, person gets more egotistical, a bit more arrogant, and they think, I don't have to come to as many classes as I did when I was a beginner junior belt. And you want to avoid at the brown belt level skipping things like your brown belt testing. Make sure you show up to those. You are trying to get your black belt from your teacher. You are trying to prove to them that you are literally worthy of carrying that belt. So you should come more and more. It's like going to the Olympics. You don't practice for the Olympics and then not show up or quit halfway through. You continue on and you push yourself harder and harder. The same thing goes for after you earn your black belt. Yes, it's a very wonderful milestone. It's very rare, hard to do. Very few get there, but don't get black belt-itis. Black belt-itis is a sickness that I've seen 100 times when black belts after their black belt get super lazy. They hardly come in anymore because they've achieved that goal. And what's happening there is you're short selling your goal. Don't just short sell yourself that goal. Getting your black belt is like being in 10th grade. And if you want a 10th grade education, that's fine, but I want to be a doctor. So I need to continue into 2nd degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree, 5th degree. Set your goal higher and you will achieve more. If you set your bar too low, you will quit way lower than even the average person. Make sure as a black belt you are coming to Monday and Thursday in our school, your classes. Let's compare it to a play. Your teacher says, look, Mondays and Thursdays we study Shakespeare. You want to be an actor. You want to be a classically trained stage actor. We train Shakespeare Monday and Thursday. Yes, you can come in Tuesday, Fridays, Saturdays. That's great. Those are your plays like Lion King and Hamilton, great plays. But if you want to study Shakespeare, You want to study the master, Shakespeare, you come Mondays and Thursdays. Don't skip it. Don't skip it. Black belts kind of say, well, who's teaching this Shakespeare class? Is it Ian McKellen? Is he teaching Monday? Or is Judy Dench teaching Thursday? Is Derek Jacobi teaching next week? It doesn't matter who the teacher is. It's not about the teacher. It is about the level of material. At our black belt classes, we study at a collegiate level, and we go fast and furious. And it is fun and exciting, and it re-engages the student to become more involved in the school at that master level. But they say, yeah, but who's teaching? It doesn't matter if Laurence Olivier is teaching or not. You come to black belt class. It is not about the teacher. It is about the class itself. It is about the material and the level that we expect you to be at. Make sure you come to your black belt classes, no matter what. Change your schedule around so that those are available. Give back to your community. By that I mean your school or your training club. Coach, teach. If you have a youth program at your school, ask to get involved. Push into that. Become a teacher, become a coach. It takes a long time in our school. But say, Mr. Norcross, I want to come in Monday and help out with the kids' class. So come and challenge yourself. Do something that makes you afraid and that you're afraid of to push through that boundary. This is what keeps us growing as human beings and martial artists. Don't get stuck in your laurels and just sit back and remember things that you used to do. Find new challenges and run toward them. Run toward them, not away from them. And coaching is a great way to keep you motivated and to keep you enthusiastic about your next degree and about helping the next generation, because you're going to develop a connection with the kids, and all of a sudden they want to see you there when they graduate. They might not have a father or mother figure in their life that's very connected, yet you connect with this person and you become like a surrogate or an uncle or an aunt or just a positive male or female role model to them, and they want you to be part of their life, and you are influencing who they are becoming. At a young age or a teenager, they don't have a lot of individuality, yet they're wondering who they are, and they're looking to see who they can glue themselves onto to find out who their identity is. And if it's a positive role model such as yourself that is influencing them and helping them and caring about them and saying, look, I'm going to be there next Tuesday, are you? They're going to love you for that, and they're going to grow up a wonderful, self-sufficient, powerful member of society, and you had a direct result of that. It takes a village to raise a child, and you can be the mayor or someone who's influential in their life. Be a positive role model. Get involved in coaching and teaching. When you take time off from training, even if it's a few days or a week or 2 weeks, what happens is your mind starts to fill in stories and lies. Your brain will tell you things that aren't true. You'll get very nervous about going back. You'll get scared. You'll become very nerve-wracking, and you'll feel trepidation about going back. You're going to wonder what your teacher is thinking when he or she is probably too busy. Don't worry about that. Just go back in the dojo. Go back in your training hall. Email your teacher and say, look, I'm sorry, I've been gone for a couple weeks. Had some issues come up. I'm coming in Monday. Call them up. Don't quit and run away because you feel like it's been too long. If you have a positive family type dojo, which we do here, and many of you out there do, probably vast majority, contact your teacher or just show up and say, I'm back. No one's going to get mad at you. No one's going to make fun of you. They're not going to laugh at you. They're going to embrace you and hug you and say, welcome back. Here's what we're working on today. It's great to see you. I miss you. Anyone with authenticity and authority is going to know to do that. Every single person I know of that has quit has regretted it. I have gotten many emails, letters, phone calls, all kinds of things from people. I'm so sorry, they say, that I quit. I regret it. I feel like my life just spun out of purpose. Everything filled in. I became overwhelmed with my job, and things happened, and I just was afraid to go back, and I was scared and nervous, and I thought you would disapprove of me or kick me out of the tribe or whatever it is. And now it's 3 years later. I see all my friends getting their next degree, and now I'm way behind. I'll never be able to catch up. Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. Look at me. It's a bad attitude. Get rid of it. Change it. Do the opposite of what you're thinking. If you're not satisfied with your life, what steps do we need to take to change that? It is not up to the teacher to call us or to email or beg us back. It is up to us to push through that door and fire in and come back onto the path. The mountain of Budo is huge and it has 100 paths to the top. Let's say the top of the mountain, the pinnacle, the peak is a black belt. Everyone's scrambling up to get that black belt and everyone has a different path. I'm going a single path and no one is in my follow. I look over there, there's my best friend right next to me in the woods going up the mountain. But what happens when your best friend trips and falls backward? Are you going to stop your training because he or she did? Are you going to quit because your friend did? Does it matter who's teaching the Shakespearean class? When you get to the top of the mountain, are you going to hold people back or are you going to throw a rope and help them up and say, here's the way up. This is the easy route. That's what a teacher does. That's what sensei means. It means one who has traveled or walked or lived before you. That's all. It's nothing magical. It's just someone saying, look, that rock is a trap. Stay away from it. There's a bear over there. Don't go that way. Come this way. It's easier. That's what a teacher's job is. Then you get to the top of the mountain and all your friends are there, wishing you well, loving, accepting you for who you are. And you see a whole vast array of other mountains, a whole vista. Which way do you want to go? North, south, east, west, you pick. That's when the black belt level becomes individual, becomes who you are, the essence of who you are. Gives you unbelievable happiness and joy and purpose. Makes you get up in the morning excited and feeling young and great and healthy and connected. Part of the tribe, part of the group. Bigger than something than yourself. Transcending ego. That's what martial arts is about. It's getting to the mountaintop so that you can clear your vision and see clearly. That is my destiny. That is my goal. That is my dream. I go that way and your friends will follow. These are the things that kept me inspired since I was 10 years old. And I'm getting older, but I can still see the other mountains I want to travel to. Life is too short. Let's keep moving, keep walking and traveling to the next mountain. Are you going to come with me? I hope so. I'm always going to make room for you to come back and grab my hand and travel with me up the next mountain pass. Maybe this has helped you, maybe it hasn't. But you can turn this off now, call your teacher, email him or her, and say, look, I'm coming back Monday, coming back tomorrow. It's time to get back into the game, back on the martial path. Good luck, my friends. Your destiny is literally up to you. Have fun with it.